Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to Madam and all my friends. My name is Siti Aisyah Amirah binti ZULKEFLI, metric number 265511. Today our Group 5 will present about the better way for school children to learn during this COVID-19 pandemic. Here is where our presentation begins. First of all, I will explain about a table of content. First, we have problem statement. After that, recommended solution, description of concept, analysis of concept, advantage of concept, and lastly, conclusion. For problem statement, as we know, the pandemic of coronavirus disease COVID-19 has spread the world over. In order to try to avoid the spread of COVID-19, the government has ordered all schools to close. There are over 1.2 billion kids out of class. An obvious way of keeping lessons going is online learning. It is a lot to operate remotely, physical distance to navigate for parents to navigate. Many schools have even asked parents to ensure that their kids can begin their learning process at home. There are many problems that children have to face, especially regarding their online class learning. Therefore, the main problem that children facing will be lazy to join online class, not finishing homework given. They are not going to focus in classes. Perhaps they prefer to play game during class. If parents ignore this issue, that might be a problem for them in future. Hence, due to this problem, our solution regarding on this matter is parents need to stay in touch with their children's education facility at home. In terms of the facility, it includes teachers as well as the school in order to stay informed. That's all from me. For the other solution, my team member will explain about it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad ISAMUDDIN bin ISMAIL, and today I will continue about the recommendation and solution for this issue. The first recommendation is students can learn online and leverage the virtual work to develop knowledge. During the PKP, Ministry of Education Malaysia has issued a guide for implementation of teaching and learning that include online learning using like Google Form Classroom, so that students can do not lag behind in education. The second is students need to determine what need to be learned. Students can find the materials that teachers or lecturers have based on virtual learning, like platforms such as Google Classroom and University e-learning. Then students can arrange their own time to research all the material, and then students can complete it. The third is students also can use WhatsApp application. This is also a suggestion to solve this problem during the PKP or pandemic. Because most of students right now use this application to communicate with friends, family, and so on. So that this is excellent facilities if used. Through this application also, students can get a worksheet or homework from teacher, and the teacher will share the task or assignment file on WhatsApp, so that student can complete it. Furthermore, the recommendation is learning through YouTube. This is also a recommendation to solve this problem, because furthermore, learning through YouTube also a suggestion or recommendation to solve this problem. This is because most of the learning in YouTube at this time includes all aspects of education, such as science, mathematics, and so on. which the sophistication of technology today can help students in improving knowledge other than repeat the knowledge taught by teacher during the previous school session. The lastly is parents can also implement facilities like television to solve this problem during the PKP, because this is important for areas without a strong network, strong internet network. Therefore, parents can use another learning medium that is education TV channel for your child. Television cannot only be used for entertainment purpose only, but it can also be utilized for children's learning through radio like television Malaysia RTM channel. The government has provided OK television program for learning of school students. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Madam. I am ROSLINA binti DORIANTO. My metric number is 269603. Now, I am going to present about the description of concept. The online learning is bringing difficulties to the parents to keep track of all the works that the teachers have shared with their children. The problems that might be causing from the children are the feeling of lazy to join the class, not finishing their homework, and cannot focus during their classes. So, our teams came up with a concept of creating a daily routine template. Before that, we need to sync the students' online classes timetable so that it will be well arranged with their other daily activities. So, this is an example of a primary school children's timetable from SK Banda Putra, Kulai Johor. Hence, we will be using this timetable as a guidance to create a daily routine timetable for school children. Next. This is the daily routine for the children's weekdays. Based on the online classes timetable from SK Banda Putra just now at the previous slide, the online classes will begin from 7:20 in the morning and it will be ended at 12:40 in the afternoon. The schedule may include three aspects. First would be the period for children to get ready before attending their online classes. The second aspect would be the period for their children to involve in their academic matter. And the third aspect is the period for their children to rest and do their hobby during their free time. This is important to maintain their children's physical and mental well-being. The schedule are divided into several routines, which is morning routines, academic time, morning break, lunch routine, afternoon break, evening routine, and bedtime routine. These routines can help the parents to identify their children's daily tasks that must be followed. The 5 times prayer would only be implemented to Muslim children. The parents must supervise their children's action so that they can stay focused on their routines. If the children are independent enough, the parents only have to check up on them only for several times a day. During the morning routine, the children need to wake up within 6 in the morning and 7 in the morning. Within those hours, the children need to bath, do their prayers, and having their breakfast before attending online classes that will be started at 7:20 in the morning. Okay, after having their breakfast, the parents need to help their children to ensure that the device and gadget that will be used during the online learning is ready. Besides, the internet connection must always be stable if possible. In the afternoon, there would be lunch routine, academic time, and afternoon break. During lunch routine, the children would be having their lunch and doing their prayers. If the parents are not working from home, the parents should prepare lunch before going to work if their children do not know how to cook. Their children would only have to reheat the lunch. After that, they must start to do their homework that is given by the teacher. At 4:30 in the afternoon, during the afternoon break, the children can have their free time doing activities such as exercising, doing their hobby, and other activities that they want. Before 7 in the evening, they must also finish taking their bath and do their afternoon prayers. At night starts from 7 p.m. There would be evening routine, academic routine, and bedtime routine. During the evening routine, the children would be having their dinner and prayer with the family. After that, at 8 in the evening, there would be a family time where they may be having some conversation, watching television together, or doing other beneficial activities together. At 9 in the evening, the children need to spend some time to do any activity purpose such as doing homework or doing revision. Finally, for the bedtime routine, the children and the parents must get the study materials ready for tomorrow and finally brush their teeth before going to bed. So next, the second template would be the weekends routine template. On the weekend, which is Friday and Saturday, there would be no online classes. Hence, there would be only second aspect and third aspect implemented during the days. However, the routine is still keep the same. Morning routine, activity time, morning break, lunch routine, afternoon break, evening routine, and bedtime routine. During the morning routine, some children will want to wake up late since it is a holiday, but the parents need to ensure that their children do not oversleep. The activities that the children can do during the morning routine would be taking their bath, doing prayers, having breakfast, and do some chores. Although it is a holiday, it is better to keep their children stick to the academic activities so that they can do some homework and revision. In the afternoon, the routine would be no slightly different from their weekdays routine. There would be lunch routine, academic time, afternoon break. During the lunch routine, the children would be having their lunch and doing their prayers. After that, they can watch any educational videos via the internet or through television. At 4 in the afternoon, during the afternoon break, the children can have their free time doing activities such as exercising or doing a hobby. Before 7 in the evening, they must also finish taking their bath and do their afternoon prayers. At night, after 7, there would be evening routine, academic routine, and bedtime routine. During the evening routine, the children would be having their dinner and prayers with their family. After that, at 8 in the evening, there would be a family time where they may have some conversation, watching television together, or doing other beneficial activity together. At 9 in the evening, for bedtime routine, the children can spend some time on easy and fun reading before bed. So that's all for the description of concept. Thank you.
My name is KHAIRUL bin HALIM, metric number 261442. For the analysis of concept, daily schedule for children is very important so that they can discipline themselves in doing daily activities. Currently, learning sessions are conducted online. Therefore, the role of parents is very important in monitoring and managing their children. In this daily routine schedule, it is divided into two parts. The first is the weekday routine and the second is the weekend routine. At the same time, for weekday routine, the aspect involved the period for children to prepare before attending online class, the period for the children to answer the academic problem, and the third is the period for their children to relate to their hobbies in their free time and spend time with family. As for the weekend routines, the aspect is the period for their children to relate, do their hobbies in their free time and spend time with family. Based for the important aspect for weekday routine and the weekend routine. First aspect, period for children to prepare before attending online class. This preparation is very important because it can ensure the children self management run smoothly. It will make a person more anxious to learn. For the second aspect, period for their children to engage in academic learning section. This aspect is very important because children need a high level of focus at this point. They need to be fully focused during the learning section. This is to ensure that they do miss out on every learning session they need to attend. Third aspect, for the last aspect, a time for their children to relax, do their hobbies in their free time and spend time with family. Children also need to relax and calm their minds. At the same time, they are able to relieve the stress they face by doing their hobbies. They can also be with family member to talk about the problem they face and be able to strengthen family relationship.
My name is HANISA binti HAMIDI. My metric number is 282104. The next point is advantages of concept. Creating a daily schedule or timetable has more advantage rather than doing daily activities without any guide or plan. One of the advantages of creating a schedule is establish a routine. When creating a schedule, children will only put important items in their daily schedule. Hence, they are able to improve their skills in setting their goals daily and improve their discipline by following their own schedule and manage their time daily. The daily routine based on the schedule will help children to have more productive life. Next, identify tasks. A daily schedule or timetable also helps identify which task is more important, and they can set up which task or assignment in order of priority. The more details a schedule or timetable is being made, the more relevant for the children to focus on a task. A daily schedule also will also help the children to focus on what truly matters, and they will focus on finish it on time rather than procrastinating.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif bin Muhammad and metric number 264985. So I want to explain about the conclusion. As a conclusion, we can conclude there are many ways for children to study during pandemic COVID-19. For example, the children can use online learning such as Google Classroom to do their homework given by their teacher. The traditional way of face-to-face learning is irrelevant nowadays because we must follow the social distancing procedure set by the government, including the implementation of motion control order. In addition, parents also need to play their roles such as in supervising their children in doing their tasks given by their teacher. By doing so, children will not lag behind in lesson. However, parents also need to involve in teaching their children as it is one of parents' role.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Bye.